Hello everybody and welcome to episode number 29 of my Football Manager 2023 European Journeyman Save, where, as I'm sure you all know by now, we are aiming to win every top tier division in the European nations that are in the game basically. Currently still in our third nation of Northern Ireland, entering our third season in Northern Ireland now. It's our 8th season altogether. We are still the manager of Glenavon, carrying on from last season where we did finish in 5th place. There's been a few changes around the club. There's been a lot of signings come in. There's been a few players left at the end of their contracts as well. So we are at the point of the first game of the season. But first of all, we're going to run through the players that we've brought in. Callum Burney's gone on loan to our former club, Anna United, who, by the way, did not survive the drop. They were relegated in the playoff. But we've loaned Callum Burney out to them. In terms of the players that we brought in, we'll start off in date order. First one in was Matthias Nabe. He is a striker slash right winger. He's got some very, very good attributes. He hasn't really wowed me so far in the European games that we have played. Just bagging the one goal with a 6.64, but he is actually listed in the squad comparison there as possibly the best right winger at the club. I'm sure there's a way to change who this compares it to, so you can change that to strikers. It's obviously not working for me for some reason. But he's got some good physicals, he's got some good mentals as well, and his technicals aren't too bad. So expecting big things from him. David Azaya is the new goalkeeper. The goalkeeper from last season did leave the club on a free transfer. So we've brought in David Azaya, don't know how to pronounce it. But again, he's got some very, very good attributes for the sort of level that we are playing at. Charlie Carter has come in from Mansfield, a midfielder, attacking midfielder, left winger. Again, another one with some good attributes. He's got some crazy physicals for the sort of level that we're playing at. Has the 24-year-old, so he's another one who's come in. All on free transfers, by the way. Levi Smith is coming from Dover. He's the new left-sided midfielder. The only issue we have with him is with us playing inverted wingers. He's actually left-footed, so it doesn't really fit the inverted side of things. But 19-year-old Australian there. Again, another one with some crazy physicals. He's got some awesome pace on him and agility. He's got some good off the ball and some good flair as well. Crossing and dribbling are not too bad either, so very, very good there. Alain Sisi is a new centre-half for us. A little bit of cover at centre-half. We've still got Chanchi Fai and Dennison, so we've now got 3 good options at centre-half. Again, some very, very good attributes for this sort of level of football. And then most recently I brought in Fernando Toledo, a Spaniard. He hasn't actually played for us yet. He came in after the European Cup registration for the players basically. But again, another very, very good central midfielder, and that is where we're going to be playing him. He's listed as an attacking midfielder here, but he can play as an advanced playmaker in the middle of the park. So tactic wise, this is the lineup that we are potentially going to start with for the season. It's going to be Azaya in goal, Stockton and Leahy still here, Dennis and Chanchi Fai, although the partnership is not great, so we may actually start with Cisse in there. It's then going to be Carter as the deep line playmaker. Again, deep line playmaker wise, if we have a look at his attributes for that, he's very, very good in that position. With Toledo, McCann still here on the right wing. It's then going to be Smith, Nabe and Shields. Obviously Whitlow's in here somewhere. He can come in either of these positions here, which is good. We do have a very small squad still, as you'd expect. Obviously wage budget wise we're over it, and I took all the transfer budget out and put it into the wage budget as well, and we still ended up being over it. So things are not looking great there. In terms of how Europe went though, it went quite well. And I was quite shocked. First of all, we took on Flora. We won 2-0 at our place. We'd beaten 2-1 at their place, but obviously we progressed on goal difference. And then the stage that I expected us to go out, we somehow didn't go out. We actually beat AIK 2-0 away in Sweden. But then the home game was one hell of a game. It went to extra time, and Whitlow popped up in the 121st minute to bag our 4th goal and put us through on away goals. On aggregate actually. But we did succumb to Újpest of Hungary. We're beaten 2-0 at home, got a 2-2 draw at their place, but unfortunately we were knocked out of that. But it was still a very, very good showing in Europe for us. So going into the season then, the signings that we've made, somehow, I've made us favourites for the league. With those few signings that we've made, I've actually made us favourite for the league. So if we don't win the league's title this season in Northern Ireland, then I'm doing something wrong. Because we are, like I say, we are now the clear favourites for the league title. We've got 2 players in the Media Dream 11. Toledo's not in the Dream 11, but he's listed up here in the key players. So hoping that we can knock Northern Ireland off the list this season. Which brings us on to today's game. It is the first game of the season. It is against Glentoran, of course, the team who finished above us last season in the league. One thing I did notice with the league, last season I wasn't actually sure how the league worked with this European playoff thing. There was actually a playoff. There was a semi-final and a final between the other teams that finished in the top half of the table, and Glentoran came out on top of that, so they did actually qualify for Europe. But I still didn't understand how it worked. To be truthful with you, I don't know. I don't know how it worked at all. But we weren't in that, possibly because we'd already qualified for Europe, maybe. So it was between the other top teams in this half. I don't know. I don't know how it works. But coming into today anyway against Glentoran, and the lineup that we're going to go for, we've already been through the lineup. So it's the 4-2-4 formation from last season, which we are keeping. So hopefully we can start the season with a win. You can see Toledo, this is his first game. He's just getting his squad number. So yeah, like I say, hopefully we can start off strongly in this, our second season in the Northern Irish top tier, our third season in Northern Ireland altogether. It'd be nice to tick it off. We're 8 seasons in to this journey already, and we're still only in our third nation. So things are taking their time a little bit, which we expected that. We did expect that. We expected this to be a very, very long save, and I need to find the time to actually do that save. Yeah, obviously, like I've said before, I do work full time. I have got 3 kids. I've got a wife. As Graham Shields bags the first goal of the season inside 50 seconds to get us off to a flying start against Glentoran. It's a great finish from Shields. Nabe actually doing all the work there. Plays it back to Carter forward to McCann. Good cross for Shields, who fires it into the roof of the net. Like I say, inside in the 46 seconds. So a fantastic start to the season for Shields. Obviously, we have had that European football, so we are match ready. Let's put it that way. McCann wins the header. Carter heads it on. It's Nabe. Toledo looking for Smith there, but it's cut out. Now it's Leahy switching the play to the left, but Burns is there, cuts it out. Stockton wins the header. McCann, Carter back over the top towards McCann, gets there. It's for Shields again. It's a good challenge in defence, but still Glenavon coming forward. It's Toledo from range, and that was not a good effort from the Spaniard there. 22 on the clock. Stockton with a throw in, goes long looking for Chanchify, gets there. Marshall heads it clear though. Chanchify is going to pick it up, pulls it back to Stockton. Stockton with the effort. It's gone just wide of the post from Stockton there. That would have made it 2, and it was a good effort from the right fullback there, just wide of the post though. Right, we're on the cusp of half time now, and again we're coming down this right hand side. It's Shields looking for the cross this time, but Leahy's won the ball back, and Levi Smith is there. A great work by Leahy, the left back, all the way up in the opposition penalty area to win the ball up high. Good pressing. The ball broke for Smith. Shields with a good cross, looking for Smith. It was a good header clear by Marshall though, but Hall loses out to Leahy on the edge of the area here, and Smith pounces on that. And that's maybe the good side of him, having a good left foot, being on that side. He can do stuff like that. He doesn't always have to cut inside. And can we make it 3 before half time? That would be great, wouldn't it? Cisse is looking for Smith again. Marshall cuts it out though. Now it's Steele and Burton. Oko flex to Hamilton. Good little bit of spell of possession here for Glentoran. It's Burns coming down the left hand side. Finds Burton. Burton looking for Oko flex over the top, and it's a good save by the goalkeeper. Azaya there. Great save. It's the first time he's had to do anything in this game. That's Glentoran's first shot of the match. and he's proved that he's alert there and made the save. Carter with the header clear, only as far as Hull. Now it's Hamilton inside the penalty area. We've blocked that again. It's going to go for another corner for Glentoran. Glentoran rallying a little bit at the end of this first half, and it's going to be Burns to take the corner. It's towards the penalty spot. Cisse heads it clear. Carter helps it on even further. Burton picks it up, but that's a fantastic half of football from Glenavon to put us 2-0 up. Glentoran not really in the game, and it just shows that we have improved the squad over last season, which is fantastic. It's all you can do really in Football Manager. Is you can improve your squad season on season. As now Smith getting into the opposition penalty area again. Good Lord, great effort. He's hit that with power. It's a good save by the goalkeeper for Glentoran there. As now Smith himself is going to take the corner towards that near post, headed clear by Amu, but McCann is going to pick it up. Smith is still out wide on the left. Smith picks it up. Lindores, the attacker for Glentoran, picks the ball up there. Good ball forward towards Hamilton as well. He's got support in Steele. Steele advancing down this right hand side. He's faced up by Toledo. Now it's Burton. Marshall, good tackle there by Levi Smith. Now can we get a little bit of a counter going here? It's towards Nabe inside the penalty area. Can he pull it across for Shields? Comes back to Smith instead. And Smith's hit the inside the post, but Shields is there for the rebound. I don't know what the defenders are doing. And Shields grabs his second goal of the game. It's good play by Nabe. Holds the ball up, pulls it back to Smith. Smith's unlucky to hit the post, but the defender, I don't know what he's doing. And then Shields is just in the right place at the right time for the finish to make it 3. And a fantastic start to the season. As now Burns with the corner for Glentoran. Looking for that near post, and McClellan got there, but it's headed just over the bar. Isaiah, I believe, would have had it covered anyway. We're going to look to make some changes on around about the 60th minute. We'll get last season's top scorer, Whitlow, on. We're also going to give a rest to Toledo because he's not match fit. This is his first game of the season. We'll get Jaden Heskey on. I believe we're going to want to rest maybe Levi Smith. Although I'm actually short on the left side of midfield, although Carter can play there. And then we'll get Levi Smith off. We'll bring McMinn on. There we go. Triple change in the 60th-ish minute. Keep the legs fresh because we saw last season how many games there are in Northern Ireland in a short space of time, and we've got a small squad, so we need to try and freshen things up as often as possible. It's now Burns in the 70th minute with another corner. It's headed clear though. Okoflex is going to pick it up. Heskey's there to challenge him. Heskey loses out though. Okoflex into the penalty area. Heskey handering, and Whitlow comes away with the ball, looking to get us on the counter again. Finds Heskey. Switches the play out wide to the right to McCann. He's got Shields all by himself in the middle. Ball looking for Shields. Shields gets there. Had more time than that. Could have brought the ball down. Maybe looked for a teammate. Maybe had a better effort than that, but he didn't need to head that straight into John's arms. Johns gives us the ball back though. It's Cisse to Stockton. Cisse going long, looking for Carter. Marshall wins the header though. Heskey's there to win the second header. But Glentoran do come away with the ball. Cisse wins the header again. Heskey, McCann. McMinn looking for McCann again over the top towards the penalty area. Now Shields, Graham Shields with his hat-trick. It's his 8th goal of the season. He scored a lot of goals in Europe for us. It's a great play down on the right hand side by McCann. Good ball back to him by McMinn though. Yeah, that's a brilliant ball. McCann brings it down, cross, Shields near post, off the inside of the post and in to make it 4-0, and we have absolutely turned this squad around. Glentoran was a team that we struggled to beat last season, and now we've put 4 past them, nearly 5. There's still 20 minutes left as well. We could make it 5. As Black wins the ball there, he goes back to Johns. Johns goes long though, looking for Lindores. Leahy wins the header though. Great play by the left back. And now Heskey looking over the top for Whitlow into the penalty area, looking to put it across to McCann. McCann first time, and it is 5. It's Larry McCann with his 2nd goal of the season, and we have absolutely hammered Glentoran here. It's been merciless. It's just an absolute merciless display, and if we can keep this kind of form up for the season, then our favourites tag, you know, we should be fulfilling it. We've put 5 past the team who we haven't beaten yet. In this save, I believe Glenavon have got a record of something like not beating Glentoran for 20 odd games, something like that. Look, we were backheeling in our own area now as well. Such is the confidence that's flowing. That's a poor header though, but Heskey's there to pick it up. Now Leahy looking over the top towards Shields. McClellan's there. Leahy again. Carter loses out. Lindoris picks the ball up and it's now Burton. McCartan. Good tackle by Stockton. McCann looking to set Whitlow away. Is it going to be 6? Whitlow brings it down beautifully. Antonius Whitlow with his 6th goal of the season makes it 6-0 to Glenavon. I'm blown away. I am blown away by what this squad are doing right now. We've put 6 past a title rival. It's unreal. It could be more. There's now Carter coming forward. Feeds Whitlow again. Whitlow's in again and it's 7. No, he's given offside. I've just seen the linesman at the bottom corner of the screen there with his flag up. It's a really good finish though by Whitlow. It's good play again, and yeah, he's a mile offside, isn't he? Not even close. Leahy with the corner. Goes deep looking for Shields. Shields gets his head on it, but it's gone just over the bar. There's still 10 minutes left. We could make it 7. Right, chance for Glentoran to get one back with the free kick. Chanchify wins the header though brilliantly, and now it's a chance for us to counter as Carter brings the ball away down the left hand side. Does need some support though. Comes back to Leahy. Now Whitlow. McMinn looking over for Shields. It's a good defensive header though, and Johns picks the ball up. Glentoran are praying for the full-time whistle now. They just want it to end. They want this to end. Stockton wins the header again. McCartan. Okoflex is in behind us. Okoflex has pulled one back. Bit of poor positioning there by the goalkeeper and the defence, to be honest, and it was a really good finish by the Glentoran attacker, and we've conceded. So not the perfect start. We did concede a goal. McCann with a 10. Graham Shields with a 9.9. 6-1 on the opening day of the season to a promotion rival though. It doesn't get much better than that. To be honest, it really doesn't. Obviously Linfield, Larne, Coleraine all above us though. They've played one more game than us, obviously due to our European escapades, but that is a fantastic start to the season, and I am over the moon with that. As usual, we're splitting the season into thirds, so 12 games in is probably somewhere. It could even be Cliftonville, another promotion rival. Their media prediction is 4th, believe it or not. Cliftonville, they've won it 2 years in a row, but they're only predicted to finish 4th this season. So look, our odds have got even shorter somehow during that game. I don't know how. But guys, thank you very much for watching. As always, it's been a pleasure. Remember, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe button, leave any comments for me as well, any tips, any advice, stuff like that. I'm happy to take anything on board and reply back as well. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode.